Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Rory with Roar in the Jungle, and today we'll be discussing the Bengals 2020 draft recap and basically my thoughts on how the draft went and how the prospects will help us in the future and what they bring to the team. All right, let's get to the intro.
Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna buy that one and that one. All of it. I need it all. Do you want it though? Where do I begin? I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind. I don't want it all. Heard these scammer had to switch up the accounts. Moving paper, gotta call it my account.
All right, first on the docket, we got the first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, baby. And what can I say, but the Bengals got their guy, an absolute playmaker in college and a guy that pretty much had the best collegiate year ever. And the Bengals are getting him at number 1, which is going to be crazy for them. Next, we'll discuss what he brings to the team. All right, what I think Joe brings to the Bengals is a sense of swagger that's, pretty iconic. That cigar seen at the end of the national championship game was, perfect. I need that. I need that right now. He's also an extremely accurate guy and loves hitting back shoulder throws to wide receivers and is just pinpoint accuracy every single time. He is a magician with open sets and pretty much just carves up defenses. He is also sneaky athletic. He can really scoot. Clemson, in the Clemson game when they needed that first down, that long third down, he just takes off and for like 25 yards and puts his team in a position to win. I need that now. Also with Joe, you can get that he is a leader of men. He's a real alpha male kind of guy, and the guys that play for him absolutely love playing for him. And I think it helps with that swagger that they believe that they can win as long as they have Joe Burrow throwing the ball and in the offense. So, that's a great feeling to have at quarterback. And, we've been lacking that since Carson Palmer injured his knee in the 2005 season. So getting that back with Joe Burrow is what the Bengals need. Well, I think it goes without saying that for me, this pick is an absolute A. And he's a can't miss. He's as close to a can't miss guy as you can possibly get in the draft. And the Bengals got their guy for the next 10 years locked up, at least. I hope for more, but 10 years at least is where I think. Joe Burrow is, he's a Tiger King. I can't wait to watch him. All right, with pick 33 in the 2020 draft, the Bengals select T. Higgins out of Clemson. This guy is an absolute playmaker, and to get him at 33 is a pretty great steal. Most people had him being taken in the early 20s in the draft, so to get him at 33, I'll take that any day of the week. The Bengals tend to follow like a rule, like a kind of like a rule of two, where the quarterback always has a receiver, like Carson Palmer, Ocho Cinco, Andy Dalton, AJ Green. And now we got Joe Burrow and T. Higgins for the future, which I love. All right, what I think T brings to the table is just incredible size and the ability to go up and get the ball. He can really attack the ball in the air and tends to catch better with people around him, which is really great on contested catches. So T can just catch the hell of the ball. It's crazy what he can do. He can contort his body and just move in a way that bigger guys have trouble moving, but he seems to do it pretty flawlessly. He was Mr. Basketball in Tennessee, so it shows in the way he plays. What I think T needs to work on is his route running, and having AJ Green and Auden Tate in the room with him to learn, I love that. We're not expecting T to be the number 1 guy right off the bat, but he's like a really good depth piece to learn under AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, and Tate. Love this pick at 33. I wish we would have taken a lineman, honestly, like Josh Jones, but I'll take him. This pick for me was an A also. To get your franchise wide receiver for the next 10 years to go along with your quarterback. I love that, and it really lets them grow together. Yeah, this pick is an A for me, and I can't wait to see T in 85 in the future. In the third round, we get Logan Wilson, inside linebacker out of Wyoming. At first, I didn't know what to think of the pick because I wanted them to address offensive line, but the more I looked into Logan and what he can offer the team, everyone knows the Cincinnati linebacking core has been horrendous for the past 3 or 4 years. So to get this guy, I liked it the more I watched it. He is a converted DB to linebacker he put on a lot of weight, and it shows in the way he plays. He's great in coverage and really attacks the ball when it comes to him. He's a secure tackler, and I like it a lot. What I think Logan brings to the Bengals is honestly leadership. The 3 years that he was eligible to play in Wyoming, he was a team captain, which shows you the kind of guy you're getting at pick 65. He's not as athletic as, he's not a super crazy athlete, but he's good enough to, be an NFL starter. The NFL Prospect Watch had him as a starter within the first 2 years of his rookie deal, which I love. Bengals need that, and I'll take that for sure. This pick was a B+ for me. I wish it would have tagged offensive line yet again, but I'll take a linebacker also. All right, in the fourth round, the Bengals select AKEEM Davis-GAITHER out of Appalachian State. And I love this pick. I actually took this guy in a mock draft in the third round, so to get him in the fourth, I love that. This guy is a twitchy athlete that knows what he's doing. He's a bit of a tweener guy between strong safety and linebacker, but I think that he can put on a little more weight to be an outside linebacker for the Bengals. He's kind of like a Swiss Army knife type of weapon that I think Lou Anarumo is going to love in the Bengals defense. One of the concerns for me for AKEEM Davis-GAITHER is a arthritis in his knee. It said that it came out, it's a bone-on-bone type of injury, that same thing that Sony Michel had coming out of Georgia. That's one thing to watch, but other than that, I think that a fourth round pick for this guy is great value. And I give this pick an A+, because I would have taken him 2 rounds earlier, honestly. For the fifth round, the Bengals select KAREEM out of Michigan. He is a kind of run-stuffing defensive end edge guy. He's a little bit small for me. He could stand to put on about 15 pounds. He's 265. I'd like to see him at 280. To get a run-stuffing defensive end, I think that can help your team out right now, is great value in the fifth round. He's not very good at pressuring the quarterback or finishing on sacks or anything like that, but to get a good run stuffer for the first 2 downs out of a rookie, I think that's pretty good value, and I'll take that. Hopefully he can develop into a better pass rusher, but to get a guy like this in the fifth round, I'll take that. So the KAREEM pick in the fifth round is kind of like a B+, B- type pick for me. I think that we could have honestly taken a lineman for real in the fifth round, like Prince Tegawanogo or Ben Barch even. But to get someone to help out the defense and the defensive line, I'll never complain about that much. But this pick for me is a B. I'll give it a B. All right, in the sixth round, the Bengals select ADENIJI out of Kansas. I really like this pick a lot in the sixth round. To get him there was really cool because a lot of people had him going in the early fifth round, late fourth round conversation. So to get him in the sixth is a steal for me. He was in the Senior Bowl. The Bengals saw him and loved him. He's a tackle guard, tweener type O-lineman. So to get some depth at O-line is a much needed thing. And to get AKEEM here in the sixth round, I love that pick. So AKEEM ADENIJI, I think that he can develop into a rotating lineman or maybe even a future starter if Jim Turner can get him up to snuff. So I'm gonna give the ADENIJI pick an A-. I love this pick, and to get a guy that Turner's comfortable with and can develop, I'll take that. So this pick is an A-. All right, so this is probably my second favorite pick in the draft. In the 7th round, the Bengals select Markus Bailey at pick 215. And what can I say besides this could possibly be a big contributor for the Bengals defense. Bailey was, I believe, scheduled to be like a 2nd round talent, maybe 3rd round talent at linebacker, and to get him in the 7th round is an absolute steal. The Bengals really buffed up their defensive side of the ball with all the linebacker picks in this year's draft. I wish we would have done the same thing for O-line, but you know, they seem to think that the linebacker position was way more important, which I can't argue with them based on the performance. Bailey is a football junkie type player. He is extremely instinctual, and I think that if he can get to training camp, I think that he can be a challenger for a starting spot in the team, which tells you a lot about this rookie. His big thing is he is an injury concern from hell. He has both ACLs hurt in his career, so we gotta look out for that. But if he does get through training camp and, you know, health is good, you know, this guy can be an impact player. So to get him in the 7th round, that is an A++ steal in the 7th round. All right, so I think that wraps up the draft class. So my final grade for the draft class is a B+. I wish that we would have attacked O-line a lot earlier in the draft with maybe like Josh Jones in the 3rd round, because he was right there. He's right there, take him. PFF had him as the best pass blocker in the class, so take him, why not? But I thought the Bengals had a really solid draft. They got their guy of the future at QB, Joe Burrow. They got him a great receiving threat in T. Higgins. They shored up the linebacker core with Wilson, DAVIS-GAITHER, and Bailey. And I think all those 3 of those guys could possibly make the team. They got a run-stuffing defensive end edge guy in KAREEM, and they shored up, or at least put a little more strength in the O-line with HAKEEM ADENIJI in the 6th round. So very solid draft class for me. Like I said, it's a B+ on the total, but you know, I like where it's headed. So if you like the content, like to talk, or just want to talk football in general some more with me, please like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell. Really helps out. So all right, until next time, Hoo day, it's a new day for the Bengals.